Hey, welcome back. Today is April 24th, Saturday, and on this post, before anything else, please do watch out for any fake profiles down in the YouTube comment section below, especially the ones imitating my name and profile picture, asking you guys to contact some random individuals or phone numbers. Do not contact any random individuals or phone numbers. I would not ask you to do that. If you guys see a fake profile like that, it's better if you guys just report it. Now on this post, I'll be telling you about the overall crypto markets, which includes Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin price action, and see how they could potentially affect the overall altcoin markets. Before diving into 1inch token and Wink coin and see what has gone on in these markets, I'll be telling you about the bullish and bearish case scenarios for today, as well as the short-term price prediction on these markets according to what I'm seeing on the charts. Before I begin today, if you guys are enjoying this content, make sure to subscribe to this channel and like this video, as I'll be keeping updated on the latest crypto setups on my watch list, regardless if it's a good day or a bad day. If you want to support me and don't already have a Webull brokerage account, you guys can use my referral link down below. They're still giving away 2 free stocks after you sign up for an account and deposit $100 US. And I will also get a referral bonus if you guys sign up under me. Please also read my full disclaimer below. I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. I am purely sharing my own speculations and opinions on this market. I cannot tell you the future, and you should always do your own due diligence before trading or investing in this market, as extremely risky and volatile. If you have any questions or comments, please do only leave them in the comment section below, but I'll try my best to get to as many of them as possible. See what's going on in this market first. Most importantly, I do take a look into Bitcoin dominance. Tells me what the money could be trending into. Would it be Bitcoin, altcoins, or neither? Right now, we do have Bitcoin dominance up about 1.2%. This breaks down to Bitcoin price action down about 0.7%. Total altcoin market cap pulling back more than that of Bitcoin's, down over 3%. Now, this would be the downside of Bitcoin dominance trending upwards, where I will usually see total altcoin market cap pulling back by more than that of Bitcoin's. I usually emphasize Bitcoin dominance to trend downwards instead, because that's generally speaking better for the altcoins on both the upside and downside. Because conversely speaking, if Bitcoin dominance was trending downwards, the downside of that, I will usually see total altcoin market cap pulling back by less than that of Bitcoin's. Right now, we do have Bitcoin, let's go to Bitcoin dominance first. On the weekly time frame here, as I've been mentioning, we have been in a falling wedge pattern, which is generally a bullish pattern. And earlier this week, I did say that it looked like we were breaking down from that bullish pattern there, which is a better sign for the altcoins, a more ideal sign for the altcoins. Key support here for Bitcoin dominance on this weekly time frame here would be the 50% fib level area here, which we did go down to touch before getting quite a bit of a bounce back up to retest this bottom trend line of that falling wedge pattern we have broken down from. Now, this is something I'll be keeping an eye out on, because like I said, if Bitcoin dominance continues downwards, that's still generally speaking better for the altcoins. Let's go over to Bitcoin price action here, where I did point out on the weekly time frame there has been bearish divergence with 3 consecutive higher highs here. However, 3 consecutive lower highs on the RSI. That's classic bearish divergence. Price action. So bearish divergence more often than not can still signal a pullback, where we did see a pullback for each of these 3 instances with a higher high. However, lower high on the RSI here. Monthly time frame, there has been bearish divergence for some time, and if you guys have been following me, I have been mentioning this, and this is not something I'll lose track of, even though a lot of the times it does not seem like the bearish signals on the monthly time frame is immediately playing out, but we have been in overbought territory and with bearish divergence. Looks like it's playing out right now. We still do have 6 more days left until this monthly candle here, okay? Now, each data point on here is still 1 month's worth of time, so I'll be keeping a monitor on this and seeing if bearish signals will continue to play out here, because that would affect the lower time frames. Let's go down to the daily time frame, where there was a rising wedge pattern that the price action did break out of. Looks like the price action has actually went almost or even a little further down from its measured target here. Right now, the 50K level is holding, and I did rechart the initial smaller falling wedge pattern there, and now became a possible bigger falling wedge pattern. I'm still looking for that third touch to this bottom trend line here. I could actually adjust the bottom trend line of this falling wedge pattern estimate to fit this price action right now, but I do want to have as few outliers as possible. So I'm still estimating that third touch to the bottom trend line, but technically I could validate it with one outlier, but let me see if I can actually do it with as few outliers as possible here. I think that's my preferable method here. Okay. 50K level is holding up the price action right now. If the 50K support does not hold, like I said, I'll be looking at about the 48K level from past trading history here, coming from this group of past trading history, about the 48K level. The next level of major support here I'm looking at would be the 50K level, as I have mentioned in yesterday's post, because that was also the previous low here, the previous major low here, where the price action did get support at about the 45K fib level area. So breaking that area there would not look good for the price action here if we are to continue upwards. Also, the weekly 21 MA, which is the blue line here, is approaching that level, and breaking this major support would not be looking good. Let's go over to 1 inch, and before that, I just want to mention one more thing. If Bitcoin continues pulling back at any point, it could still have a bearish effect on the altcoins. That bearish effect would be greater if Bitcoin dominance is trending higher, as we are seeing right now. Let's go over to 1 inch, see what has gone on in here. Okay, I'm gonna point out any divergences, possibilities on the higher time frames, on the macro time frames, which I consider to be the monthly down to daily if I see them, or with very overbought RSI readings. If I see them, I will point them out as well. But if I don't, I'm gonna just dive right into the trading pattern itself. Okay. So we've been consolidating here. Within an ascending triangle pattern, I think that's most notable on the weekly time frame here. Okay, most notably, and in a consolidated manner here as well. So the weekly time frame, I can see a pretty clear ascending triangle pattern that is developed. I do have that two sets of swings up and down, along with at least 3 touches to each trend line here. Okay, so ascending triangle patterns, according to Thomas Bukowski and his website, thepatternSite.com, it is a 63% chance of it breaking to the upside. I do still think a lot of this would depend on Bitcoin itself, okay? As we have seen, Bitcoin drag down quite a bit of the altcoin markets earlier this week already. Now, ascending triangle patterns, if this price action actually breaks to the upside, this would take into consideration of the top resistance here, I would say to be evenly about $6.50. Okay, I would say that is psychological resistance, even though with some difference here, I would say the resistance to this top trend line would be $6.50, as that would be the even psychological resistance here. And the weekly time frame has not had a weekly candle close above that $6.50. Now, if the price action breaks to the upside here, I do have a measured target, which is taken by measuring the opening of the pattern and then adding it back on top of the top trend line there will give me approximately 10 cents, a little over $10, excuse me, a little over $10 here as measured targets. Now, measured targets are theoretical approximate targets only, may actually be different in real life price action, more or less. Now, since there is some difference between the breakout point to the measured target there, let me see if I can actually do a reverse fit retracement here to get some possible psychological resistances between the breakout point and the measure target. So the 1.618, that's at about $9 fib level area. I could expect resistance at about the $9 fib level area there. Otherwise, I could expect possible resistance as psychological resistances at round numbers as well. So $7, $8, $9, and of course $10. Those are the round numbers I could expect resistance as well, where traders are likely to take profits at these round numbers. Now, those are the key resistances relevant to this price action right now. Let me mention again, first of all, the $6.50, and then at round numbers after the breakout point, so $7, $8, $9 fib level area, that's the 1.618, and the $10 mark. I could expect traders to take profits at those round number levels. Key support here from below the pattern. Okay, that's at about the $4 fib level area. That's from below the pattern here. $3.50 fib level area, about the $3.50 fib level area. Below that, $2.50 fib level area. And all the major moving averages are actually within the pattern itself. So those could be serving as resistance on the way back up to the top trend line. Let's take a look into the bullish and bearish case scenarios here. Bullish case scenario, price action breaks out of this ascending triangle pattern and go towards its measured target, mining some of those resistance levels I have just pointed out, as those could be points of rejection. And if I didn't mention already, measured targets are theoretical approximate targets only, may actually be different in real life price action, more or less. Bearish case scenario. Price action breaks its bottom trend line here. It looks like the next level of key support would be about the $3.50 fib level area. That is the next closest even number to this fib level line right here. So that would be about the $3.50 fib level area. In that case, I don't think this ascending triangle pattern would stay intact. Okay. That's correct. I don't think that would keep this ascending triangle pattern stay intact if the price action actually breaks below this bottom trend line. At least sooner. Okay, if it breaks down later, then it could still keep this ascending triangle pattern intact. But I think if it actually breaks down sooner rather than later, it won't, because it look more something like this, and that would be a much too stretched of a ascending triangle pattern. Now, let's move on to Wink coin and see what has gone on in here. So Wink coin, since last time, I did mention that there was a smaller falling wedge pattern here that the price action did look like it has broken out of. But since that Bitcoin pulled back, it has pulled back quite a bit of the altcoins down with it, and this was not spared as well, it looks like. So let's remove that initial smaller falling wedge pattern here and refresh the chart and actually get a bigger falling wedge pattern here as well. Okay. Now, falling wedge patterns, according to Thomas Bukowski and his website, thepatternstart.com, again, is a 68% chance of it breaking to the upside. Let me check for any RSI readings to be looking out for. I think the monthly time frame, we have just gotten into overbought territory right now at about 83. That's 83 out of 100. Okay. So on the monthly time frame, we are in overbought territory there with 83 out of 100 RSI reading. On the daily time frame, most notably here, I do see a falling wedge pattern. In this falling wedge pattern, if the price action breaks out by the apex of the pattern here, like I have it here, let's see where the 3-day 21 is. That's actually down here. So let me take into consideration of the price action not breaking the daily 21 MA, for example. Okay. So if I take into consideration that the price action does not break the 3-day 21 MA, that should also take into consideration that the price action can hold the support at 0.08 cents or 0.09 cents here, fib level area. Then I will have a measured target of about 0.234 cents fib level area, excuse me. That's the fib level area, but the price range would be about 0.235, right under 0.235 cents measure targets. Right under 0.235 cents measure targets. Now, measure targets, again, are theoretical approximate targets only, may actually be different in real life price action, more or less. Let's take a look into some of the key supports and resistances relevant to this price action right now. Key resistance immediately would be about the 0.13 cents fib level area. Followed up by the daily 21 MA, the blue line. Next up would be about the 0.16 cents fib level area. Next up, about the 0.2 cents fib level area. Next up would be about the 0.24 cents fib level area, about the 0.24 cents fib level area. Okay. Key support immediately would be the 0.09 cents fib level area, which is pretty in line with the daily 50 MA, the white line. If those do not hold, I'll be looking at the 3-day 21 MA, okay? Let's take a look into the bullish and bearish case scenarios here. Bullish case scenario, price action breaks out of this falling wedge pattern and go towards its measured target, mining some of those resistance levels I have just pointed out, as those could be points of rejection. Bearish case scenario, price action breaks this bottom trend line here. It looks like the next level of key support I'll be looking at would be the 3-day 21 MA. That should still keep this falling wedge pattern shape intact, okay? So that should keep this ascending triangle falling wedge pattern shape intact after I adjust it. If the 3-day 21 MA does not hold, then I could be looking at the weekly 21 MA as the next level of key support. In that case, it looks like this falling wedge pattern is still pretty solid, okay, as that is right actually at the bottom trend line as well, after I adjusted for the 3-day 21 MA, and seeing if the weekly 21 MA would actually hold at that time. Now, these are my bullish and bearish case scenarios for today. Let me know if you found it helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Let me know your agreements, disagreements, feedback. I'd love to hear them. Hope you match your risk carefully, and if you would like to see any more of my most recently uploaded videos on YouTube, you guys can check out my links up here on YouTube. See you next time.